What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Talking Jets with Tigo. My name is Tigo, and for the next couple of days, we're going to be doing a little bit of a weirder video. This is my laptop, and this is my laptop webcam. I don't have a microphone, so sorry about the audio quality. But me and my family were actually on a cruise, so I'm uploading these videos from the cruise, so I hope that you can bear with me with some of the technical difficulties and some of the delays that we might see from these videos. But today, we're not here to talk about that. We're actually here to talk about Day 3 of the New York Jets NFL Draft. Day 3 is by far the most important day of the draft. Day 3, and if you can find regular, consistent players for your football team on Day 3, that's what separates the good football teams from the all-time great football teams. If we look at Joe Douglas's track record with Day 3 picks since getting Robert Saleh and taking full reins and full control of the draft, you can see that he's done a spectacular job of getting players in Day 3 and done a really good job of finding undrafted free agents. We'll talk about that in tomorrow's video. But when you look at Day 3, we walked away with a lot of really, really good picks. And I think the best part about this is a couple of the guys that we took were guys that I mentioned as guys that I liked. So let's start with our first pick in the 4th round. Joe Douglas traded back a ton in this draft, and I thought we were going to go a full draft where he didn't trade back, where he didn't move back. Nope. He moved back a ton. He went back and he got one of my favorite late round offensive tackle prospects in at pick 120 in Carter Warren out of Pittsburgh. Now, what are the pros? What are the cons? What do we need to talk about when it comes to Carter Warren? Well, I think the most important thing that we need to talk about with Carter Warren is that honestly, he should have been in that conversation with the guys like Matthew Bergeron, Tyler Steen, if you thought he was going to be a second-round guy, a Blake Freeland. All of those offensive tackles, those second-tier guys, your DeJuan Jones, all of those guys, Carter Warren should have been in that conversation of offensive tackles. The reason that he wasn't was because he got hurt in his last year with Pitt. He got hurt, I think it was 2 games into the season, and he didn't play at all for the rest of the season, and then he declared for the draft. Now, I really like this pick because this is the type of pick that has a ton of upside. When you look at the fact that we took Max Mitchell in the 4th round last year, and he played relatively well for the football team for the New York Jets last year when asked to start. Carter Warren fits a very similar mold, in my opinion, to that. But now for the left side. So now you're looking at a possibility of having a really deep offensive line room, specifically at the tackle room, because now, theoretically, the New York Jets are 6 deep at the offensive tackle position because you have Dwayne Brown, Mekhi Becton, Max Mitchell, Carter Warren, Cedric Ogbehe, and Elijah Vera Tucker if you did want to move him out from the guard position. So addressing the depth needed for the offensive tackle position, but doing it in a way that didn't sacrifice the draft, didn't cause a reach. I really like this pick from Carter Warren. Like I said, he was on my ones to watch if we didn't take a tackle in the 1st round video, and I kind of gushed on him a little bit on that video. So it's really cool to see the New York Jets go after one, a New Jersey, New York fan, a New York Jets fan, New Jersey native, but also a guy that I had scouted and thought would be a good fit for the New York Jets. But that's not even the best part. On Day 3, the New York Jets took by far and away one of my favorite players in this year's draft, and that's Israel Abanikanda, the running back out of Pittsburgh. I loved this kid. I had been talking about him for a while now. I had mocked him to the Jets a couple of times. I loved Israel Abanikanda. Last year, he had 21 touchdowns for the Pittsburgh Panthers, 20 of them through the ground, one of them through the air. And this guy is the perfect thunder to someone's lightning, and that's exactly what he's going to be to Breece. Israel Abanikanda is RB2 for me on this team right now, and I love what this kid is going to bring. The way that he plays and him being a Brooklyn native only makes it better. Welcome to the New York Jets, Israel Abanikanda. Loved this pick. Now we got to talk about pick that we took in number 184, Zaire Barnes, linebacker out of Western Michigan. I don't have much information, if at all, on Zaire Barnes. I didn't scout him. I didn't have him on my list of players or anything like that. But we did address the linebacker room. We got someone that I feel like is going to be depth in the linebacker room, probably going to be special teams. This guy is probably being looked at as a replacement for Hamza Nasruddin. Hamza can't stay healthy, and so what you're probably doing is you're telling Hamza and Zaire Barnes to compete for that fifth linebacker spot on this football team, and that's always a good thing. And then in round 6, pick 204, the New York Jets took Jarek Bernard-Converse, a very interesting prospect. One, he got snubbed from being invited from the Combine, even though he went to LSU, which is very strange. But also, at LSU's Pro Day, if he would have tested, he would have ranked as like the number 1 or the number... Like, he would have ranked top 10 in almost every measurable category for CBs, and I think top 5 for every measurable category for safeties. This is a really good pick because it's a late round pick that has cornerback and safety flexibility. Think along the lines of what we thought Jason Pinnock might have been. Remember that Pinnock was drafted as a corner, and we really liked what he was able to do in the safety room. Well, Jarek Bernard-Converse provides that kind of flexibility. And so when you have a guy that can play outside corner and he can... This is really pushing Bryce Hall to make sure that he can keep his job. Because right now, the top 4 corners, I think, are secure for this football team. Sauce isn't going anywhere. You know, DJ Moore's not DJ Moore. DJ Reed, Jesus Christ. DJ Reed's not going anywhere. Brandon Eccles isn't going anywhere. Michael Carter owns the slot. This is a great way to say, you know what, now we can be 4 deep on outside corner because I don't very much trust Bryce Hall after what we saw from him last season, but also gives us that opportunity to say, you know what, we can address multiple rooms with one player because he can play safety, he can play corner, and I really liked this pick. And then we round out our draft in the 7th round with an absolute steal. I had a much higher grade on Zach Kuntz out of Old Dominion. I had a 5th round grade on him. I understand why he fell, right? He is a super raw prospect. He's a guy that's going to need time. Like, he's not ready to start right away. He's not really even ready to be on the offensive side of the ball right away. Super raw, but insane athlete. A perfect 10 score when you look at his his relative athletic score, right? His RAS score. And we know how much the New York Jets and Joe Douglas and this front office love athletic guys, and that's exactly what this guy is. Now, this is really going to push Kenny Yeboah, the 4th tight end, and it's also going to push Jeremy Ruckert to make sure, you know what, you got to be providing something to this football team. Yeah, maybe you might not be getting on the field on offense, but that doesn't change the fact that you can be a contributing member of this football team on specials, and I think that's what Zach Kuntz is going to do for his first 2 years in the NFL. I really look at him as a guy that's going to be a specials demon in years 1 and year 2, and in year 3, which is going to be the year, ironically, where all of the tight ends leave, your CJ Uzamas, your Tyler Conklins, that's when their contracts expire, and now you're looking at elevating Jeremy Ruckert and Kuntz to be the next guys on this football team, your next tight ends. That is where you're going to see a lot of opportunity for him to really come up and blow up on the scene. Again, I loved day 3 of the New York Jets draft. I thought we knocked it out of the park. We addressed every position of need with really high-level players. Again, when I get home, I'm going to really do a deep dive on Zaire Barnes of Western Michigan. It's really hard to get any type of tape or really any type of anything with Cruise Internet, but I love this pick. I love what they provide, and I love all of these picks for day 3. Stick around. Hopefully, it'll come out later in the same day. I don't even know when this video is going to come out, if I'm being honest. But stick around. We're going to be grading the New York Jets draft, going over every pick, how they fit on this team, and how I see us addressing the offseason in the next video. Go Jets.